Well, this would have gone slightly smoother if my mic arm didn't fall over just as the countdown ran out. Hello. Hi, Jess. Hi, Paul. Hi, Britt. Samly is back. Hi, Bang. Happy New Year to you too. Christina Lawson. I came back. I did. Hi. Yeah, I think I did 1, maybe 2 streams in December. Yeah. Hopefully there will be more streams from this point onwards. Jip. Happy New Year's to you too. Britt and Jip, thank you for the stickers. It feels like you haven't caught my stream in months. Yeah, so I stopped streaming pretty much for about 3 months. I am having health voice issues, which kind of got in the way of me streaming. So yeah, there was a bit of a break. Yeah, gonna start dipping my toe in the water of returning to streaming. Fingers crossed it holds out, but we may have to mix it up a little bit, may have to get a bit creative with when I stream and what I stream. But we will find out. Landgrab Nancy Leslie? It's going to be a test of my memory now if I can remember everybody's stream/screen names. Hi, Leah. Happy New Year. Thank you. You hope all is well. I'm doing all right. Thank you. Bang, you have a sore throat. I'm sorry to hear that. New year, new you. Exactly. It's like new me. I'm not wearing the same 2 jumpers that I was every time on stream previously. It's the same as new you, right? Just wearing a different jumper for a change. But yeah, I'm sorry you've got a sore throat, Bang. I hope that recovers soon. Yeah. How was my Christmas dinner? What did I have? I had a very traditional Christmas dinner. I had... Let's see if I can remember. I had turkey with gravy and brain is slow. Cranberry sauce. Homemade cranberry sauce. Homemade gravy, of course. We had 2 different kinds of stuffing. Although, I can't remember what either of them were, but they were very tasty. Roast potatoes, roast carrots, roast parsnip. What else? Pigs in blankets. We had a kind of sprout medley. So it was Brussels sprouts with various nuts and stuff all kind of mixed together. I can't all remember what was in that, but that was very tasty. Probably other stuff I'm not remembering. Ollie, thank you for the resub. How you doing today? 9 months, good grief. Homemade gravy, you need that. Yeah, I mean, the easiest way to make nice homemade gravy is to use basically whatever's left over from when you roast your meat. So the kind of fat and goop that you would usually chuck out. Use that as the base for your gravy. Delicious. Tim, it's been so long since you've seen my streams. Yeah, I don't blame you. I kind of stopped streaming for a while because of health stuff. Why do you hurt, Ollie? I'm sorry that you hurt. What a proper Christmas dinner. Yeah, so we went very traditional this year. We had my Nana joining us, and she enjoys her traditional Christmas dinner. So we thought we'd just have a very traditional one. Are we playing Sims today? Uncertain. Also, I have just realized my break screen was still running. There we go. You slipped on ice and landed on it. Oh no, you put it in general. Ollie, my brain is really not there at the moment. It comes and goes. Also, why is the camera not focusing? There we go. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy my I enjoy my traditional Christmas dinner. Like, it's not the kind of food that I would usually have like the rest of the year. So I generally prefer kind of lighter meals, usually. You know, it's traditional Christmas dinner, so it's nice. Did I have a dessert on Christmas? I did, but we always have a break between Christmas dinner and dessert. And we had a variety of desserts that everybody chose from. So we had a traditional Christmas pudding. We had a slightly less traditional Christmas cake that just had some of the popular fruits removed and some different fruits in their place, as my mum and I are not particularly fond of some of the fruits that go into traditional Christmas cakes, like, say, raisins, sultanas. Thank you for the compliment on my hair, Tim. That's very kind. What are my plans for today, for this evening? No plans yet. I'm still figuring that out. I had thought maybe to stream some Sims, but only if the conversation runs dry, because I haven't spoken to you all properly in a while. So that's my priority for today, is to catch up with everyone. Gaming / anything else can take a backseat. We can do that another day. Brit, you went back to your mum and dad's. Yeah, me too. You had turkey, but they didn't do Yorkshires. See, this is an interesting one. So Yorkshires doesn't strike me as a Christmas dinner thing, but I am also starting to understand that that is a thing, particularly up north, that I guess I just missed. Hi Kenny, how you doing today? Sorry Tim, I'm not understanding the reference. Leah, you're happy to see me? I'm happy to see you too. Always nice to see the regulars, like Aoife. How you doing today, Aoife? You always have Yorkshires. So Yorkshires with like a Sunday roast, for sure. I just wouldn't think of Yorkshires for Christmas dinner. Although, to be fair, I think some of my relatives did Yorkshires for their Christmas dinners. Maybe we just forgot. Maybe we just forgot this year. Interesting. The Newstadites do Yorkshires. Any excuse for them. I mean, to be fair, a Yorkshire is nice. Fresh Yorkshires are nice, particularly. If none of you have ever made your own Yorkshires, it's worth a go. Kenny, you just had the biggest change yesterday and moved into a house with some roommates. Interesting. You were originally living with your best friend for the past 6 years, so it's been a lot emotionally. I can imagine. How are you doing so far? Because moving can be stressful. Sorry about the dramatic slurp then. Also, for anyone interested, I'm breaking up my usual routines. I made myself a latte, cappuccino, whatever. Milk coffee. Yeah, a milk coffee. It's dubious what it is, because the boundaries on things are all a bit fuzzy. You could argue that it's a flat white because I made it short, but... What's my favourite coffee? Black. strong black coffee. Of all the coffees that I have ever drank, what is the nicest one that I've had? There was a limited edition one by Rave, which I believe is a UK-based company, a couple of years ago. That was very tasty. A little on the expensive side though, far more than I'd usually pay for coffee. It was so I would usually get kind of cheaper coffee for drinking, so it's about 14-ish a kilogram. And I think this one was something like £11 for a 250 gram bag. It was expensive coffee, very tasty though. And the other one, weirdly, was at a restaurant in the center of Paris. Not a restaurant, a cafe in the center of Paris that's about a 5-minute walk away from the Louvre. It was very nice. What about the lavender RAF? Pardon, Tim? Paul, you don't think you want to look at coffee for a while? The amount of Nespresso espresso shots you had those 3 weeks of work. Yeah. Sometimes just having different coffees helps stop it from becoming too bland. Hence why I'm having a milky one. Also, I came to the conclusion that I think milky drinks are comfort drinks. So I like both white and black tea and coffee. And I think I've come to the conclusion that when I need something that's a bit of a comfort drink, I'll have it with milk, and the rest of the time I'll have it black. So if I'm feeling well and the weather's nice, etc., etc., I'm in a good mood, it would be black coffee and black tea, like with nothing added. If it's cold or I'm feeling a bit under the weather, there's something comforting about, you know, like lattes and milky tea. There's a meme with a lavender scarf. I'm sure you're right. I'm not really on social media, so I don't. A lot of the memes just go over my head. Kenny, your oh, my chats have split again. Okay. Kenny, you're alive. Trying to figure out how to sort out your room. You've got a checklist of a bunch of tiny things you need to do, like changing the address and everything. Yeah. One cool thing, though, is the place where you moved the street name is 1 letter away from your last name. That's fun. I still remember... It's not a secret how old I am, Tim. You're welcome to guess, though. I still remember there was one time where I moved address and my postcode was only 1 letter different. Hit my lip. My postcode was only 1 letter different, and it was very confusing because it changed from like a P to a D or the other way around, so it even looked really similar. It was very confusing. George asked, what's a UK-based company? I think Rave Coffee is UK-based. You like how excited others get about place names and their names. Yeah, you kind of win that one. Hi, Vinny. I spoke too quickly. Sorry, Tim. I was saying my age is not a secret. You are welcome to guess. Kenny, you're hoping it doesn't mess up the mailman. Fingers crossed. Or you had to live with that pain your whole life. Yep. And people not believing it's your name, thinking it's a mistake. Yeah. It's a thing. So, how has all your Christmases been? What would you all consider to be a classic Christmas dinner, seeing as someone else started that? Cool. So, it's nice to be back on a consistent start. Well, yeah, I mean, it's been blocked, so it doesn't matter if I say it now. My TikTok has been suspended for violating their terms and conditions. And then I click on the page to see details about it, and it just crashes. Yeah. So according to TikTok, I have no suspensions, but my TikTok was suspended. The ever-increasing temptation to just not use that platform. To be fair, though, can you all still see me on Twitch? Oh, I think my Streamlabs is desperately trying to reconnect to TikTok. What winds me up is when they've booted me off for going against terms of service, but then won't tell me for what. What possibly am I doing right now? Right, sorry, I will catch up on chat in a second. Yeah, the problem is, Kenny, is it happens very quickly. So if I take my stream, we've been through this before. Like the speed that this stuff gets resolved means that it's pointless for me to contest it, because it will run out by the time it's active again. But bear in mind that on TikTok, all there is my face. Like, you don't have any of this extra stuff on screen. So all it is me talking. And we're talking about Christmas food, and it's somehow repeated violation against their terms of service. I don't understand what is possibly tripping it. Other times, I've had guesses at what's tripped it. But I just... very confused. Anyway, right. We'll just focus on the platforms that are working. Kenny asked, how am I? I'm okay, thank you. I am increasingly frustrated that my voice isn't improving. So I'm still stuck in a place where I probably shouldn't be streaming. And yet, here I am. But yeah, it's like I probably shouldn't be streaming, but also the doctors have no idea what's wrong. So it's not even like they're saying, oh, this is what you should be doing. They're just like, speaking's probably bad. The number of people who ask to spell it is weird. This is true. Do I play piano? I do. Not very well, but I do. Hi, Kobe. How are you? Do we need to do a poll on whether Yorkshires... I think everybody thought Yorkshires should have been, just not me. Nat, hi. Thank you for the resub. 6 months. Nice. Thank you. To be honest, Christmas dinner is glorified Sunday dinner. Yeah. So I would say that effectively, Christmas dinner, you replace the beef with turkey, or the lamb, whatever, with turkey and cranberry sauce, and you add Brussels sprouts. Basically it. What kind of music do I listen to? All sorts, Tim. I write everything from jazz to heavy metal. from trap to orchestral, chip tune to drum and bass, bit of everything. Finnish Christmas dinner is usually ham, fish, carrot casserole, potato casserole, and rutabaga casserole. Interesting. It's quite different. Do you think there's religious links? Like, do you think the religious thing has weight for whether there are Yorkshires, Paul? I'm clearly too cool for TikTok. That's clearly what the issue is. What's frustrating is I'm now getting a constant spam of messages saying that my TikTok has been disconnected. Fun. We have turkey for Christmas. You have turkey for Thanksgiving, but ham for Christmas. Yeah, I guess. But as in, we don't have Thanksgiving really, so. Aoife, you do turkey and ham, but you're an island. Not sure if it's the same in England, maybe. Paul, you just mean that in the UK, Christmas is not a religious occasion for most families. Yes, this is true. I do think there is something to be said for, yes, there are traditions, and I think it's nice to have those traditions, but unless you are strongly religious and sticking to kind of traditional religious anything, I think a lot of what makes a lot of these celebrations good is tradition, but it's tradition that you can decide for yourself. So we have lots of silly little family traditions, but it's just stuff that we do. You know, it's for us at least, it's just an excuse to spend time together. And some of those traditions just help separate it from other things, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, this is what I mean, Paul. They just become like the actual, what the celebration was originally becomes irrelevant, and it just becomes about, this is a day that we have as an excuse to spend time with each other, you know? The question is, do I restart my stream to try and appease TikTok? Or do we just go without it? Because even now, it is still saying that there's no issues on my account, which is weird because it said that there were, and that's why I got the stream taken down. Oh, the joys. Considering how large the platform is, it does seem unstable. Yes, but there are more people that use it than use other platforms, Paul. For a good chunk of this year, there were 4, 5, 6 times as many people watching on TikTok as everywhere else combined. During the good months of this year, like when I was actually doing all right, Like, even when Twitch was at its peak, it was still 3 times plus as many people on TikTok. Yeah, which is why when, you know, there was the algorithm change and my streams just suddenly weren't going to anyone, I was like, oh, okay. Aoife, the best Christmas you had was when you were old enough your mum couldn't force you to eat your singular yearly Brussels sprout. Oh dear. I like Brussels sprouts. I think Brussels sprouts, when they're nicely roasted, so we usually have them kind of roasted with nuts of some description. Delicious. But yes, in the long list of things that I shouldn't be eating, Brussels sprouts is definitely one of them. So I have to limit myself somewhat. With bacon, yes, we have bacon too. Brussels, bacon, some kind of nuts, and something else, and I can't remember what the something else is. Maybe it was just 2 kinds of nuts. Maybe that's all it was. Unsure. Right, I am just going to quickly, after the stream, I'm hungry now. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly restart this.